And her goal is not in her. She's a diamond.
So next episode is going to be on the benefits of observation, and what I found very early on in my own development was when I started to watch other people, you know, whether it be in a church circle, because that's where I first started for a number of months, and watching how other mediums worked, how they presented, whether they moved a lot, how they spoke and presented the information. And what I found was I would go through the circles. So I personally started in Cheshunt, where there was about, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 of us, and I would watch and I'd pick up information there, and I'd think, oh, I like that, I really like the way they did that, they done really well there. Equally, I didn't like that, I don't like that, and so subconsciously I'm taking in this information on what I want to see and what I don't want to see within my own mediumship, or certainly within a platform. And then I would maybe go to the more prestigious venues, you know, whether it be in London or at the Arthur Findlay College, where they hold services on a Wednesday and a Sunday, and you can go and see what's considered the best platform mediumship out there under that SNU banner. And then right up to the independent events, you know, so your big names, your big names, your Gordon Smiths, your Tony Stockwells, your TJ Higgs, you know, those people that are currently the biggest names out there at the moment. And I would go and watch, you know, I'd go to the circle, which I'd be paying my own circle fee, which would probably be a couple of pounds up to sort of £10. And then go to your independent events, you know, maybe an evening of clairvoyance where it's maybe £5 admission or something like that, right up to these big events where it's maybe 15, 20, 30 quid a ticket for these. And what I would find would be across the board, I really enjoyed how that new worker presented that. The innocence of it, or how they just spoke it, right up to the professional presentation, you know, where there's not much in the statement, but the presentation has been exceptional and made it sound much better than it was. So there will be more videos certainly to come that will cover presentation on how to present a specific piece of information. Hopefully I will have some live or as I've recorded my own demonstrations where I have done it, where I can critique it and go through it from there for you. But the benefits of going to watch other mediums, for me, was one of the greatest assets that I found upon my journey. And so maybe in my local area there would be a Wednesday evening of clairvoyance, certainly a Sunday service somewhere, or check the psychic news on Spirit Messenger, which is no longer in a paper format. I think it's still online, but these would tell you where all these weekly meetings would be held, or check the big names on their own websites, you know, to find out when they're going to be local. And I would make the effort, I would go along, whether it would be freezing cold outside or red hot, I would go along and take the opportunity to see a professional or someone very new doing it in real time. And what I would find is that I would absorb this, and how I liked that they didn't parade or jump around or rock on their heels during their demonstration, or how they held themselves or conducted themselves, how well and clear they spoke, how factual or unfactual was it, and moving along. Do I feel like I've met that person right over there in the corner's loved one? And gradually I would be training myself through the observation. I'd be training myself on what I want to see, what I want to do, and what I want to present within my own mediumship. And so it's not all about practice. It's about watching what's out there, watching the best of the best and the newest of the newest, and see what's being taught and see what's being presented under that professional banner, and then taking away and trying to make it work for you as the individual. You don't want to be another Charlie Kelly. You don't want to be another whoever name is there. It's okay to have these idols or people to look up to, but you need to become unique. You need to have your own presentation style and becoming the best medium that you can be. And you will find this through the observational tools that you acquire by going to these events. Now, don't mistake what I'm saying. There's going to be some that you go to and you're going to be immediately checking your watch like 5 minutes in, like, oh, I've made a massive error here, I really wish I hadn't bothered. To equally when you've gone to a demonstration and you're checking your watch like, what, it's over already, I can't believe it, because you're so engrossed in what the medium is presenting. Now, I don't like the use of the word entertainment, but there is going to be a value of or a level of entertainment within that. If I have to host a show for 2 hours, you don't want it to be boring and mundane and all about death. It needs to be about the stories that the people are bringing forward, and through these communications there's going to be some funny times, there's going to be some sad times, there's going to be some very factual times there. You don't want it the same over and over and over again. So as a beginner you learn with a format, but you need to break that format up a little bit to allow the freedom of the communications to happen. So there will be a level of entertainment there. You will need to be able to hold an audience from that. So through the presentation, through the speed and through your motion upon that platform and how you hold yourself, even how you dress and how your hair is looking will all play a vital role in that public demonstrator. So be mindful of that, of what you're looking for when the medium steps out. Is he or she dressed in accordance? Do you like what they're wearing? Because you will have an opinion. You may look at their shoes, you may look at their cuffs or their cufflinks or their suit. Are they even wearing a suit? How's their hair? How's their skin? All of these things we do very naturally, and we do that on a daily basis. When we're walking through our town centres or our villages, when we're passing people, we look at people and immediately we're going through a checklist. You need to be aware of that. Why do you do that? How do you do that? And through that observation you will prepare yourself the best way that you possibly can for your own mediumship and your own presentation. So be very, very mindful of it. Don't underestimate the power of observation. There will be some people that you love and that you will almost emulate in some way, but try to be a little bit different. Make it work for you, your personality, and the person that you are becoming, and make it your own. Be original. So go out and watch as many as you can. Church circuit, independent circuit, and that professional circuit. Get out and watch them all, and maybe even leave an opinion somewhere on the comments or whatever. So remember, subscribe, like, share, notification bell. Speak to you all soon.